Alright, so the very first game of the NHL regular season took place last night for both the Habs and the Leafs. With the Leafs, of course, winning by a score of 2-1. Yeah, so for Montreal fans, this one sucked dinosaur nuts for sure. And in this video, I'm going to try and break down what I saw. Okay, so here we go. Before the game begins, we get the pleasure of watching a Leaf fan band play at the stadium. We got this guy here who sings, who we'll call the human mop. You could just pick him up by the ankles and mop your floor. Then we got this guitar player here who's got his guitar strap awkwardly high. And we got a keyboard player that likes to get really close to his keys. Look at that. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? Not even Ray Charles was that close to his keys. Anyway, enough about the special Leaf fan band. Let's go right ahead here and review the game. The first period, we saw tons of chances for the Habs right off the hop. I mean, even Brett Kulak found himself in all alone, getting robbed by Jack Campbell. Then David Savard is in on a 2-on-1. It was crazy out there. The Dvorak line had several scoring chances, and then they finally bury one with Jonathan Drouin scoring the first goal of the season for Montreal, with a nice assist from the new playmaker in town, Joshua Anderson. Oh, that's right. He's a playmaker now. Absolutely no chance for Jackie Chan Campbell on this one. He gets up, he dusts himself off, and spoiler alert, he doesn't allow a single goal for the rest of the game. Boo! But look at Johnny Drouin here, huh? All smiles. That's good to see. The Habs would continue the pressure during the first, right up until they get into some penalty trouble, okay? We had Ben Sherratt take a little penalty, and then Alexander Romanov gets a penalty for bunting. And the Leafs, they get some life from this and begin turning up the heat. With Pierre Engvall, that ostrich-looking mother, anyway, would score a goal for the Leafs, tying the game at 1. And let me tell you something, Engvall was arguably the most noticeable player on the ice last night for both teams. He was everywhere. What the hell? The Leafs would continue to apply pressure for the remainder of the period, but no more goals were scored. The period comes to an end, and it's 1-1. The second period begins with the Leafs picking it up right where they left off with lots of pressure, getting quite a few chances with the puck pinballing around Jake Allen quite a bit. They hit a couple of posts, but nothing gets past the goal line. Jake Allen is looking pretty sharp back there at this point. Then the Habs get a power play as John Tavares takes a penalty, and they didn't do jack diddly squat. Nothing new here, boys. Nothing to see. Just the Habs team struggling to find the back of the net on the power play. Jeez. The Habs begin to wake up a little during the end of the second period and start fighting back, but not a whole lot of importance happens here. Other than some good shifts, the period comes to an end and it's still 1-1. Now, moving on to the third period, and things escalate kind of quickly here because just a minute in, William Nylander is streaking into the Habs zone, looking like he normally does, and he snipes a goal past Jake Allen, and yes, it was a pretty wicked shot. The little bastard went bar down, and Nylander has always played good against the Habs, and it makes me sick. Some time trickles down with Montreal getting a 5-on-3 power play for nearly 2 whole damn minutes. And to be honest, they looked like shit. They struggled to get set up, the Leafs penalty kill was very aggressive, and the Habs did not have any answers for that. It was embarrassing. It was 5-on-3. And then right after that, they get another power play. And they failed to generate anything on that one either. Ugh. The Leafs would shut them down the remainder of the game, and with only a couple of minutes left, the Habs, they're thinking about pulling the goalie. There's a whistle blown in the Leaf zone. Gallagher's in the corner by himself. And all of a sudden, a couple of Leaf players go along and, start causing trouble. Josh Anderson takes note of this and he comes charging in like the horse he is. And even though the Leaf players started the ruckus, Josh Anderson gets the only penalty on the play. A lot of Habs fans this morning have their asses chapped about that. But what I say is, forget it. The Habs, they had 3 power plays that period. Come on. I know it looks stupid that Anderson got the only penalty there, but they had their chances and they couldn't score. It sucks. Losing to the Leafs is never easy, but it is the first game of the regular season. So let's try and digest what happened here. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. and let's prepare for tonight's game. I'll see you next time.